what
Like,
you
that
say
was
to the
my
officers is that you heard him make these phone calls, okay?
Yeah.
Making arrangements and asking questions about what to do with the dead body. So where does that come from?
Well,
you say because you don't hear anything, and then now you know what I mean? That's a big issue for me. So why was that said? Did you make that up?
I don't know.
Well, we need
I'm
to
second guess. I know, but I'm second
that.
guessing myself.
Now's the time.
No, I know. I'm not trying to dick around here. It's just like I don't think I heard. I don't know if I actually heard him like on the phone, but he was talking. He was talking.
Okay. Because some of the things that you said to the officers isn't exactly what you're telling me today.
Yeah.
So things are a lot different.
Well, I've had time to kind of piece everything together. I was scared at that point, and I was thinking the worst. You know, like what could have happened, and my baby and all that. You know.
But you know,
I've had
when something like that happens, you know, police have to investigate it. Yeah. And if it's a false allegation, that's a serious offense where you can be charged for that.
Yeah, exactly.
What you just watched is a woman slowly unraveling her own story, live, on camera, under oath. This is the interrogation of Christina Jane Olson, recorded on March 30th, 2009, at the Sault Ste. Marie Police Service in Ontario, Canada. Christina had called the police the night before, alleging that her common-law partner, Vincent Shiel, had assaulted her, sexually assaulted her, choked her, and, perhaps most shockingly, made phone calls to arrange the disposal of her dead body. Those are catastrophic allegations, the kind that end lives and destroy families. But as Detective Allison Rains begins peeling back the layers, something becomes disturbingly clear. Christina can't keep her story straight, and the details, the ones that really matter, keep changing. Today, we're going to walk through every minute of this interrogation, because what happens inside this room is something every person needs to see.
Unless that was what that noise was? Would that be what that noise was?
No, it kind of,
I looked for it, but I didn't. Oh, I do have it.
Thanks.
Okay. Want me to shut it off? Is that
if
what
you
you're
don't
saying?
mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Just for now.
He changed the ringer yesterday, so I didn't even recognize my own phone.
Okay.
Just want to make sure it turns on. There we go.
Okay. All right. So today's date is the 30th of March, 2009. My name is Allison Rains, and I'm with the Sault Ste. Marie Police Service, and my partner's name is Kevin Dukes of the Sault Ste. Marie Police Service. He's next door. I would ask you to acknowledge that you understand that this statement is being video and audio taped and that you consent to such a tape being made. Is that all right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Christina, as you're aware, we are investigating an allegation of assault and sexual assault. As part of our investigation into that offense, we would like to interview you. Your statement is an important part of our investigation. We would like to speak to you about this offense on video and under oath, and that is why we've asked you to come here today. Now, this is our Commissioner of Oath, and she's just going to read a few things to you, okay?
Oh, okay. Hi.
My name is Mela. As the police have explained, your statement to them is an important part of their investigation. You should understand that it is a serious criminal offense to make a false statement to the police, to wrongly accuse someone of a crime, or to cause the police to enter into an investigation of another person. You should also understand that it is a serious offense to make an affidavit that is false. If you later give sworn evidence that is different from what you swear to today, that could be another offense. Your statement today might be used against you if you are ever charged with one of these offenses. Do you understand this caution?
No.
Okay, Christina, you believe in God?
Yeah.
Just have you swear to this, okay? Do you, Christina Olson, swear that the evidence that you shall give on this investigation shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, time is 11:35.
left a little bit of a sweaty palm.
It gets warm in here too, so. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mela.
You're welcome.
Okay. So you understand what this is all about then?
Mhm.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I've been through this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like I explained earlier, my partner Kevin and I, we've been assigned to follow up with this investigation.
Okay.
So, just for the record, because anybody viewing this wouldn't know that we were at your place earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I think it was around 10 o'clock this
Yeah.
morning.
About that.
We
yeah.
came to your house and you agreed to come up to the station and we picked you up, brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any conversation about what had occurred on the way up to the station?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So we're here today. We're at the Sault Ste. Marie Police Station. It's the 30th of March and it's about almost 11:40. And this room, as I said earlier, is video and audio tape, so it picks up everything. And Kevin will take notes, and if there's something that I've missed.
He's on the other side of the
Exactly.
camera. Okay.
So I'm gonna let you start wherever you think it's important to start. I know that there was an incident early this morning between you and your common law, right? Your common law?
Yes.
Okay. And that's Vincent Shield, right?
Sheila, yeah.
Okay. And your full name is?
Christina Jane Olson.
Okay. And your birthday?
July 27th, 1971.
Okay. And your address?
611B Placid.
Okay. And when you say 611B,
That's the basement apartment.
Okay.
There's it's a duplex. And
Okay.
There's the upstairs neighbor, and then we have the 3-bedroom apartment in the basement.
okay. And when you say we, who is
Vincent and I.
Vincent and I?
And Michaela, my
Okay.
daughter as well.
And how old is Michaela?
She's 13 months.
13 months?
Mhm.
Okay. And that's who's living there on an ongoing basis?
Yeah, we also have his son on every second weekend during school, and we have him all summer.
Okay. So I understand that the police were called to your residence this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can start from there how that happened.
Well, everything had stopped by that point, and
Okay.
he had fallen asleep, and I just had enough time to really reflect on what had occurred.
Mhm.
And looking at my daughter, I know she deserves better.
Mhm.
It's important to have a father in your life, but not if he's hurting your mom. But anyway, then he had fallen asleep, and
Maybe you can start from the very beginning.
from the very beginning,
From where everything started.
Well, it actually started Friday night.
Okay.
He didn't come home. It was the first time he ever went out. He went for a business meeting in the early evening.
Okay.
He said he would call me and tell me how it went, and I was getting Michaela's pictures done at Cabana that night. So I never heard from him. I called his cell phone a bunch of times. I was angry to begin with because I thought he was out drinking. But then by about 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, I hadn't slept yet, and I didn't know where he was, and he wasn't answering the phone. Like usually, like he pulled it once before that he didn't come home, but he called.
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed the worst. I thought something had happened to him. I actually phoned here to see if he'd been admitted, and I didn't phone the hospital right away, but because they probably would have recognized him. My mom works in Emerge. So anyway, I finally did get a hold of him. I told him I wasn't going to be angry when he came home. We had to talk about it because it was unacceptable behavior, that no one should treat anybody else like that, that I deserve at least a phone call. He'd been doing drugs and drinking all night and was too ashamed to show his face at home, basically. So anyway, he slept all day. I canceled shopping with my mom because I didn't want him watching the baby. And his son was coming later that afternoon. So he did come, but Vince just basically slept all Saturday. Sunday I got up, I went and got groceries with my mom because we don't have a vehicle. She brings me to go there, and we do, the little shopping thing. And the second I walked in the house, he was on Messenger messaging someone. So I said, you can get off Messenger and stop making plans. Let me at least put the friggin' groceries away before you take off with your loser friends. So then I realized he was leaving, and I said, so that's it, you know, you think that just because you work and I'm a stay-at-home mom that you get to have all the freedom you want, and I'm chained to this basement like a bomb shelter. And I said, your son is here to visit not just me and Michaela, but to visit you too. And he has seen nothing but the back of your head sleeping on the couch or sleeping in bed. He keeps asking me, when's Dad going to do something with me? When I said, what kind of a example are you setting for your son? And what kind of a father are you being? Well, I was yelling at him. And I don't usually yell in front of the kids like that, but I had just had enough. It had been too many things in a row. And he wasn't showing any kind of, like, no emotion whatsoever. Like, almost like I was the one who was out of line. So he ended up taking his son with him, because I at least got that far with him. So anyway, he was a couple of doors down, and he was playing video games with his friend and like a teenager with his friend, and his son was there. And I called over there to tell them that supper was ready, because I'd made supper and got everything all ready, and just Isaiah came over. So I phoned Vince and I said, and Isaiah had mentioned, I said, what are they doing? Playing video games. I said, are they drinking beer? And he said, no. I said, what are they drinking? And he said, pop. And I know they don't drink pop. So I knew they were drinking hard alcohol. And that had been, that's something that just recently started getting reintroduced into our life. Before it was forbidden. I didn't allow it anywhere near the house, because he has a tendency to drink too much too fast, and he's unpredictable. So anyway, at the end of that conversation, I said to him, he said, well, do you want me to come home? And I said, well, yeah, it would be nice to see you before you go back to work for the next 5 days. You know, I haven't seen you at all. Let's have a family, like a nice family dinner, you know? So anyway, he came over and brought Adam with him. And they just sat while the kids ate and stuff. Like, it was pretty normal, just a couple, like, a casual drinks. They weren't, like, out of hand, like, inebriated or anything. And then continued to drink, and I put Michaela in bed, gave her a bath, gave her her bottle, went to bed. And then we were just all kind of sitting around and drinking, and just, I don't know, just, like, I didn't really feel like doing it, but, you know, I'd rather have him doing it at home than off doing whatever, you know, like, I just, he's been very difficult to control lately, and I can't, you know, you can't control someone else. So I went outside, had a cigarette with Adam, and then came back downstairs and sat on the couch, and Vince looked over to me and he said, give him a hand job. I looked at him and I'm like this isn't like something that he's ever said, and it's like completely inappropriate, and I don't know where he got it. I thought he was, at this point I'm like, what are you on? Like, are you on something? But he kept saying that, and I'm like, you absolutely disgust me. I can't even believe that you would talk to me like that in front of your friends. It's disgusting. So I went outside for another cigarette. I just got out of the, you know, I couldn't believe that someone who's supposed to respect and love me could even think of talking to me like that. It was disgusting. So anyway, I went upstairs, and as I was going upstairs, Adam was coming up and Vince was coming up, and then something, just all of a sudden there was like chaos in the back hallway. I don't exactly know what happened. I just know that I got knocked to the side. I hit my head pretty hard on the step and went down, and I lay there. You know what I mean? Like, I lay there kind of to scare him, because I wanted him to see, like, you know, that he could have really hurt me. So I just lay there, and when he came over, and like, he started shaking me and knocking me around and stuff, not out of concern, like he was pissed off at me, because he's like, stop playing your stupid game. So anyway, then he started, then he told Adam, he said, go, don't tell any, like, you never saw anything or whatever, just go. So he left, and he didn't even take his boots with him. I noticed they're still in my back hallway. And so Vince was going I could hear him picking up the cell phone and talking to someone, but the door was shut to the apartment, so I couldn't hear who he was talking to and stuff. But he came out, checked on me again, and then he put a blanket over my head or something. Like, I had my eyes closed. I didn't want him to see me looking around or anything. Mm-hmm. So then he came and he ripped my clothes off. Like, my chain went flying off my arm, and so I was like lying naked. He dragged me into the apartment, and that's when he took we have this foot powder thing, and he like shoved it, like, I don't know what hole he was aiming for, but he hit one of them. Mm-hmm. And that's when I woke up. Like, I said, I'm not playing dead anymore, because like, I don't know what else he's gonna do to my friggin' body. So then we got at it. He threw me on the couch and he started slapping me, like big, like that kind of slap, the mm-hmm. backhand. But he's 6'6" and like a good build. And I started crying and just telling him to stop. He was gonna wake up the neighbors and the baby and whatever. And I said, and then he, like, I don't know, he went on the computer or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened at this point. It was all kind of like it was like it wasn't happening, Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm just going to bed. Stay away from me. Don't come near me. And I went and I lay in the kids' room on Isaiah's bed, and he came in shortly after and lay beside me and held me, like, I don't know, not just to control or whatever. It wasn't out of regret for the night, for the evening's events. And so I lay there and I waited for him to go to sleep, and I just kind of assessed the whole night and decided that I couldn't wake up the next day and just pretend that nothing happened. Mm-hmm. That he'd crossed the line. He hurt me. I don't want my daughter I don't want her to be in some kind of cycle of abuse. I want her to have a good, solid foundation, happy mm-hmm. life. I don't want her to know anything about adult issues until she's an adult, mm-hmm. if I can help it, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I went and I called the police.
Now we have her full initial version of events. Let's break it down, because there are already several things in this story that stand out. First, she admits, openly and unprompted, that she lay at the bottom of the stairs on purpose to scare Vincent. She says it herself. She was playing dead. That is a critical detail because it immediately undermines the severity of the fall she's describing. Second, she says she couldn't hear what Vincent was saying on the phone because the door was shut. Yet later, when speaking to officers at the scene, she told them he was making arrangements to dispose of her dead body. How do you hear specifics you just admitted you couldn't hear? Third, notice how her account of the sexual assault is vague and disorganized. She says she doesn't know what hole he was aiming for. That kind of language may seem raw and authentic, but Detective Rains is about to challenge every single element of this story with forensic precision. The next hour of this interrogation is where everything starts to fall apart.
Some of the other things that I need to clarify is
I have marks on my hands too. Like, I have scratches on my hands and I don't know what that's from.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go through a few things first. Yeah. The powder object that you're talking mm-hmm. about, was it inserted or wasn't it inserted?
He rammed it. He didn't get it in. No, it was this. It's like a foot powder, like a big giant foot powder thing. Okay. It was like bent, mm-hmm. like he rammed it hard enough that it didn't stay. Like, it's a squishy, like a powder thing, mm-hmm. and it kind of went. It was on the floor. I think they took a picture of it and stuff when they came in. I didn't touch it.
And I'm going to get personal.
I know.
I'm going to get personal here, and we have to do this. Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I smelled shit.
Okay. All right.
But I'm on my period too, so I had a tampon in.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know.
Is using objects for sexual?
Oh God, never. Like,
no?
Never, no.
And I mean,
that's why I couldn't even, like, I couldn't believe, I don't know where he picked these things out of the trees.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if he was just trying to piss me off or if he really, like, had it, like, if his last little brain cell popped, you know.
Okay. Because of the severity of the complaint that's here today, you know, we have to look at everything.
Yeah, I know.
And I had to look at the responding officers, you know, notes and recollections
I was
of
pretty
when they were
hysterical
there.
when they got there too.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's a lot of indiscrepancies that I need to go over with you because it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
And if it didn't happen,
Yeah.
and there's something that, you know, you want to clarify with me, clarify it now, because now is the time to do it, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're grabbed and you're pulled down the stairs. Now, were your clothes taken off? How were your clothes taken off? Because according to what we have here is that your clothes are ripped off.
Yeah.
And you're thrown to the floor. Okay, well, how does the fall happen? Like, it's really hard for me to get a description of how this fall is happening if you're in the middle and then out of the blue, you know, you...
No, he assaulted me, but he started...
What did he do to assault you?
He was ripping at my clothes. Like, just, like, he was attacking me.
What for, though?
I don't know. I was making fun of him for his stupid comments.
How was he attacking you? Like, what?
Well, just all of a sudden he started ripping my clothes off, like ripping at my clothes, like trying to, shaking me kind of thing. I was like, it wasn't exactly the best place for it. I don't know why he didn't do it downstairs or whatever, but he did it in the back hallway.
Okay.
And then he ripped at my shirt and it pulled up. And
pulled up?
Well, he pulled it up.
Ripped off.
He ripped it up, and it was up like around. I don't know if it wasn't over my face, but it was around my neck.
Okay.
My pants were still on, but I fell and I hit my head a bit, and I was scared. I didn't know what else he was gonna do. So that's when, and then I also did it like to scare him too.
Where does the choking take place?
He had the choke. Oh yeah, he was. I forgot about that. Pardon me. Yeah, he had my sweater was around my neck, and it was like when I first went down to the ground. He's like, oh yeah, you're down now or whatever. You really want to choke? I'll choke you, like that kind of thing. And I gasped, and he stopped. Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about the choking.
What do you mean you gasped?
Well, I couldn't breathe. He had his hands around my throat, and he kind of had the sweater around it too.
Did you tell the officers about that?
I'm not sure. I forgot about that actually. Sorry. Because that's why I lay there more, because I was scared. It wasn't like he tried to kill me when I was already out or anything like that, but I think it was just, I don't know, he was out of control. I can't put thoughts into his brain. I can't read his mind.
Now, when the officers are there, you tell them something different than what you're telling me about the phone calls.
I thought he was calling to get rid of my body. That's what I thought he was doing. But when I saw that he called Amanda,
I know, but what you say to the officers is that you heard him make these phone calls, okay?
Yeah.
Making arrangements and asking questions about what to do with the dead body. So where does that come from? Well, you say because you don't hear anything, and then now you know what I mean? That's a big issue for me.
I know.
And an officer, he's pretty precise about what is said here. So why was that said? Did you make that up?
I don't know.
Well, I'm
second guessing myself.
Now's the time.
No, I know. I'm not trying to. I'm not
No.
trying to dick around here. It's just like when he attacked me last time.
Mm-hmm.
I took a knife and I threw it down on the ground, but it was in such a.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a like a whirlwind that I like thought he grabbed the knife.
Okay.
Like I just want to make sure that I don't say anything more incriminating than he actually did.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I thought. Maybe it was just an assumption. I don't think I heard. I don't know if I actually heard him like on the phone, but he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
don't think
definitely
he actually said that.
I don't think he did either.
No.
I definitely know
I
that
think I was
things,
just reacting. I was freaking out, and I didn't mean to like lie. You know what I mean? I didn't mean.
Because some of the things that you said to the officers isn't exactly what you're telling me today.
Yeah.
So things are a lot different.
Well, I've had time to kind of piece everything together. I was scared at that point, and I was thinking the worst. You know, like what could have happened, and my baby, and all that. You know.
But you know,
I've had
when something like that happens, you know, police have to investigate it. And if it's a false allegation, that's a serious offense where you could be charged for that.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't think he was disposing of a dead body. That's what I thought he was doing. I couldn't hear. But I heard him on the phone, and I was lying with a blanket over my head in the back steps.
Yeah, I understand that you're scared in the situation, but to specifically say that you heard him make phone calls to an unknown person, making arrangements.
I did hear him making...
And asking questions what to do with a dead body of your estranged wife. That is so specific. Mm-hmm. Well,
he might have been saying that like to me when I was lying there. I don't know if he was actually talking to someone and say, I don't know.
Okay, we have to decide what the truth is and what the truth isn't. Mm-hmm. Because bottom line, at the end of the day, this is your opportunity to give us the facts and just the facts, not anything made up. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to find out later that something different happened, because this is the time to tell me that what happened exactly in what order and what didn't happen. Okay? And what happened this morning is different from what you're telling me what happened now.
What's that? It's not totally different.
A lot of the important facts that you provided the officer with, you didn't tell me about. You totally brushed them off like they didn't happen. Like the choking and the disposing of a dead body. This is all. Those are pretty important things that I think would stand out in somebody's mind. And that's all that would stand out in my mind if that happened to me.
Let's stop right here, because what just happened is extraordinary. Christina forgot to mention that she was choked. That's not a small detail. That's not something a person forgets. If someone put their hands around your throat and you couldn't breathe, you remember that. You lead with it. You don't mention it 90 minutes into an interview with an apology and a shrug. And then, the dead body claim. She told the responding officers that she lay on the floor while her partner made phone calls asking what to do with her dead body. That is one of the most extreme allegations a person can make. Yet sitting here today, she says she doesn't know if she actually heard him. She says she might have made it up. She says she was freaking out. Detective Rains doesn't lose her cool. She just says plainly, "You could be charged for this." And yet, Christina keeps going, keeps reframing, keeps softening. What you're watching is not a traumatized woman clarifying details. It's a woman whose invented narrative is being systematically dismantled, detail by detail, word by word.
Are you sure that the fall happened the way it happened?
No, I know that he attacked me. Like, I didn't just fall down the stairs. It wasn't just I tripped over his feet or something. Like, there was some sort of, like, I don't know if he actually was barging in front of me or if he was trying to start something. I don't know what, like, it happened so fast.
So
I was just going outside.
So we don't know if, in fact...
I don't know what his intent was at that point.
He intended on that happening.
Exactly.
Because he thinks that... No, that's okay. He says that, you're you're faking it or whatever at the bottom of the stairs, right? Does he say something
Well,
to that?
Yeah, not really. He checked on me and stuff, but
Right.
but then he was like, oh, you want to fake it, whatever.
So if he's checking on you, and then you're saying to the officers that he makes the phone call wanting to know, how to get rid of this body,
Mm-hmm.
that's not right.
No, I know.
That's not right, because if he knows you're alive, why would he say that? And how could you hear that if the door was closed? Because when I knocked on the door to come see you,
Mm-hmm. You can't hear much.
You can't hear.
Well, I was kind of half in the doorway. He had it closed,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like there was enough open. But you can't, it's a big door. You don't. And he was kind of pacing. Like I could hear bits and pieces when he was talking, and I could hear the phone. Like that's what's sticking in my mind. The sound of the cell phone makes that audible click when you open it.
Yeah.
So I knew as soon as I heard that he was going to be on the phone, but he didn't stand like over me and talk on the phone. He was pacing.
I'm going to revisit the stair thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going through it over
We've
and
got
over in my head.
a couple versions of your story here.
Okay.
One is you think he's trying to walk past you. Does he walk past you and you accidentally fall? Or do you purposely get pulled back onto the stairs?
He pulled at me. It
pulled at
wasn't an accident. He didn't trip his feet up with me or something.
How do you go down the stairs?
I grabbed at him too. I ripped his jacket.
Okay.
I have that jacket.
But how do you fall down the stairs? Like how do you?
I flipped around and I hit the back of my neck, back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I was down, like down.
Okay. If I'm going upstairs
I was going up
and
the
I'm getting
stairs,
pulled back.
no, he was like he was. I don't know if he was in front or behind me. Like it's.
Well, you said Adam was in front.
Adam was at the top because his boots
you
were
said
at the
he
top
was
and he was
behind
putting
you
them on.
and you're in the
yeah,
middle.
I was going up first because Vincent doesn't smoke. I don't know if he like barged in front of me or if he grabbed me and got in front of me. It happened so fast.
But like, do you like roll down the stairs?
No, I slid on my back.
You slide
And
backwards?
I slid on my back for a bit and then I went forward. Like I kind of went back and sideways and then down like this at the bottom. Like, and I was like lying kind of with my legs to the side and my face kind of down like this.
Yeah.
That's how I was at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. And then we're still unclear about, did he grab at your sweater or did he like, how did he choke you? Like, does he physically choke you or is he just ripping at your sweater?
He was checking my breathing and my pulse.
Mm-hmm.
But he was rough. Like it wasn't like he was taking care to see if I was okay.
Okay, but that's
like he was pulling at my shirt. Like my
right.
shirt wasn't all the way off, and then it was all the way off. Like he pulled on that.
Yeah.
And he was choking me that way.
Oh, okay, but it's
He
not
was
like
choking.
not like he was going like
No,
this.
I don't have handprints or anything here. No, it was
okay.
my sweater caught on my neck.
Oh,
that's how I was choking. He was choking me with my sweater. You know.
This is the part where the entire staircase story begins to fracture. She's now admitted she doesn't know if he was in front of her or behind her. She doesn't know if he grabbed her or if she just fell. She admits she was partially faking, lying there on purpose to scare him. She admits the choking wasn't hands around her throat. It was her own sweater twisted around her neck while he was pulling at her clothes. And when Rains points out that you can barely hear through that closed door, Christina has no answer, because she already said she couldn't hear anything when she first started describing the phone call. Every single time Rains loops back to a specific detail, Christina's version shifts. Not wildly. She's not changing the whole story, but the edges keep moving. And in a criminal investigation, it's the edges that matter. Because when you're telling the truth, the edges don't move. They stay exactly where you left them.
Now, when you talked about the ripping of your sweater, and you said he was kind of rough with you on the neck and that, and you didn't like that,
Yeah.
and you said
He
he
was
was checking for
choking
your
at
pulse.
me, yeah.
What do you mean choking at you?
Well, he was pulling at it. And
Okay.
it was choking me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sweater was tight
It
around
was,
your neck.
yeah.
It wasn't like he was like
No,
that,
no,
right?
he didn't have his hands on me,
Okay.
like physically choking me, but my sweater was all twisted and ripped and, like
Yeah.
pulling.
Yeah. Okay.
I was choking. He wasn't.
You were choking
the
because
sweater
of-
was choking me.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it had to
Is
go
that
over your head.
Is that what you want to know? Yeah.
That's what I
mean.
want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know if he purposely was trying to cut off
No,
your
no,
breathing.
no. The sweater was choking.
Okay. Okay. Another thing too is when we're talking about.
I don't want to talk about that bottle.
I
anymore.
have to revisit it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Another thing. Okay.
Okay.
When your pants come down just below your butt cheek or whatever.
Yeah, they were down. Yeah.
Are your underwear down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your underwear get pulled down too?
Yeah.
So you have boxer shorts?
No,
underwear.
not boxers. I have they were ones that I bought that would fit me when I was pregnant.
Okay, so maternity
Yeah,
underwear?
so not really, just big giant
Hanes
underwear.
her way,
Yes.
granny underwear.
Granny undies.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody has a pair of granny
Yeah.
undies. Okay. So, you get your pants pulled down.
Mm-hmm. When he was dragging.
Does he rip your pants off, or do they just come
He
down
was
from
pulling.
the pulling,
They came down from the pulling.
but not because he ripped them off?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Like I can't.
Like,
you
you
know,
would
like when
know-
he was pulling me.
Yeah.
Like I could feel my pants slipping and slipping, but
Yeah.
he wasn't like he wasn't pulling at my pants
Exactly.
deliberate. Like he didn't pull my pants
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
No, they came down when he
Yeah.
dragged me.
Because when you're roughing around, maybe you have your daughter on the
Oh yeah,
change
and
table,
they
you're
start
trying
to
to get your pants
wrestling an alligator.
There's a difference between trying to get the pants
Yes,
off
exactly.
and
And
then
rip it and
dragging and
physically
then
pulling
sliding
them
down.
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't physically get
He
pulled
didn't
out.
pull them down deliberately. No.
Okay.
No.
And so
I don't think he did.
I can.
I don't think he did. No, I know. It's just my pants were on a ball on the floor. I don't know if it's what I can't see. That's what I don't I don't remember him ripping them down.
Okay.
But when I stood up, I was completely naked.
Okay.
Like my sweater, he pulled off. Like that. That's that.
Yeah.
You understand that part?
Yeah, and the bra.
Mm-hmm. It came off with it because it's also a maternity kind of bra. Like
Yeah.
everything's big for me right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to normal
Yeah.
size, but I'm not buying new clothes yet.
Exactly.
So anyway, but when I stood up, my pants were like I didn't pull my pant. Like I wouldn't stand up after him doing that and pull my pants off.
Mhm.
I would pull them up if they were down that far, right? Wouldn't that just make sense? Or I wouldn't take my pants off and go and run in the living room. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. He had to have pulled them down. He had to have before he did that. He had to have.
But you would.
They were in a bowl. They were like in a. When you pull your pants all the way down and you
Yep.
step out of them and
Yep.
they're like a figure eight on the
Yeah.
ground. My underwear and my pants were right there.
But if that was the case, if you
Then
were,
he must have pulled.
But listen to me though. If he was pulling your pants off like that, they wouldn't come off in that kind of shape.
Yeah.
They would.
I know.
They would be.
There would be half a leg and
Yeah,
it
it
wouldn't
be
be
like
all
that.
neat like I
For
took them
somebody
off
to
myself.
actually do that, you'd have to like.
Well,
pull
yeah,
up and
that's
take
something
one
you
foot
do
out.
when you get undressed for the
Exactly.
shower. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
And that's how your pants were found?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They were right.
maybe if we're
I don't
gonna
know.
take a few steps ahead here
Okay.
and see if maybe we'll come to back to that, and that might clarify a few things. When you're
Doesn't make any sense.
when you're lying and you're you said like maybe in sort of some kind of fetal position.
Semi-fetal, yeah.
Okay. Where do you have this foot powder at your house? Like it's
Yeah. He has stinky feet. He plays soccer.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So did you know where it came from? Like is it in
it's
the washroom?
usually
or-
sometimes it's usually on the dresser when you first walk in the door.
Yep.
It's right there because I like to put the powder in his shoes after he takes them off so it doesn't stink up the whole hallway.
Oh, okay.
They're bad. He got
Yeah,
cheap
that's
shoes at Winners that
okay.
were nice and cheap for indoor soccer.
Right.
The indoor soccer shoes are like $150. Why would he get that when we can just get him a pair at Winners?
Yeah.
But they're not natural fiber, not leather, so they don't
Oh,
breathe.
okay.
They hold in all the
Yeah,
stink.
yeah. So
So it was either on the back, it was either on the dresser by the door, or
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't on the kitchen table, or in the shelf right outside the bathroom. But I know
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it would be at the back door, like on that dresser.
Okay.
My house is really cluttered. There's lots of us in there.
Yeah. When you are lying there and your eyes are closed, and you open your eyes and you said you see the wall, the door.
Yeah,
how do you know that the object was being rammed? And
I felt it hit me.
Could it be maybe thrown?
No, not and have buckled. That doesn't make any sense. He crammed it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either.
Like, was he standing, sitting,
he was behind
kneeling?
me. He must have been down to my level.
Like, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing for me.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Was he just like shoving it at your butt?
Yeah. He shoved it between my legs. But
if you're lying in a fetal position.
Okay.
Yeah, I get.
Oh my God.
But your legs are together.
Yeah, well,
right?
one kind of in front of the other.
Yeah.
You know?
So you don't have to go down and up. Like, it would have to be
well, that's why it buckled. I don't know. He rammed it. There was no explanation for it.
And to revert back to the pants.
But yeah.
I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah. So
I don't know how that plays out, but somehow.
I think he must have pulled my pants down.
Yeah, but if they're the way that you say they are, that wouldn't be the way that they
would
look if somebody pulled them off of you.
This is the thing. It doesn't make sense to me.
We need to figure that out.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very
because
important.
That's part of the sexual assault.
That's a very important point that we need to clarify.
What the intent was.
Exactly.
If it was an accident or something deliberate. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say it's an accident then. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to. You know what? I don't want to put words in your mouth, and I don't want to make something up for you.
I don't really want to pursue that anyway.
Well, what do you mean?
It's embarrassing. I don't know why he shoved it in my friggin' ass. I don't know why he did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wouldn't be with some kind of monster, you know? I loved him.
Not.
He's a good, when he's on the straight and narrow, he's the best thing. He loves me, he respects me, he friggin' adores me and his daughter and his son. But he gets in these rampages where he thinks the whole world is against him, and he's never taken any kind of he's never been accountable for his own actions. Everything is always everyone else's fault, you know.
I know lots of people like that.
It's very frustrating.
They're always right.
Always right, exactly. And yeah.
So do you think this is a situation where the sexual assault was an accident? I think
he was just trying, maybe it would have been I don't know why he would do it.
Because obviously he's looking to switch things up a bit. If you're saying that this never goes on, but then he talks about it.
Yeah.
And,
No, I know. Well, you know what? I just kind of brushed it off as stupid male
didn't realize how serious it
was. No, when he said to Adam, give her a hand job, I was like, oh, what the, you know?
Where's this coming from?
Where the hell is this coming from? It's one thing to say, oh, Amanda's coming over or whatever.
But you can see the pattern there.
Yeah, and he's said stuff when I had my girlfriends over and stuff, and I'm like, don't embarrass me in front of them by being a friggin' pig like that, we'll laugh about it or whatever, but it's friggin' embarrassing. I don't have them come over, I wait till he's at soccer.
Yeah.
No, he's been on some sort of a friggin'
So you think that
crap thing.
He was maybe just doing that just to see how you'd react?
Maybe, yeah.
And when he saw that you reacted in a bad way, he's like, I'm not going to change this girl's mind.
Yeah, maybe.
She is so dead against this.
Oh, he should have known when he said, give Adam a hand job.
I know, but you know how people's heads are when they're drinking. They don't always think straight. And, I mean, us as females, it's we look at things in a different way sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Than guys.
Yeah,
We don't,
obviously.
we're not.
Thank God.
You know what? We don't always think. Well, you know that.
Yeah,
no,
I don't.
When you're having feelings and a guy doesn't understand what you're
Oh,
feeling.
yeah. No, I know that I
You're
have
not
to vocalize them because
exactly.
he's not going to figure them out on his own.
Yeah,
yeah
you need
I
to
know.
spell it out.
Exactly.
A to B.
You know. Yeah.
Yes. Dot to dot.
Yeah.
So maybe this was his way of trying to, as
sick as it is, but maybe.
sick as it is.
Yeah.
His way of like, well, let's see if we can have some fun with this.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know. I never saw that sick side of him before.
Yeah.
We don't insert things.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have pretty boring sex right now, to tell you the truth. I'm not really happy with my baby body, and missionary is what I look the best at, and it's boring.
But you just had a kid.
And I had abdominal surgery. I've got a C-section scar too.
Notice what's happened here. Over the past 20 minutes, the story has fundamentally changed. It started as Vincent deliberately assaulted her sexually, choked her, and then called someone to dispose of her body. By now, she doesn't think he was calling anyone. She doesn't know if the fall was intentional. She's not sure the pants were ripped off. She thinks maybe the sexual assault was him trying to be funny or spice things up. She's not sure she wants to pursue it. And yet, a man, a real man, was arrested based on the version she gave the officers at the scene. A man who, whether guilty or not, had his life upended because of a story that keeps changing every time it's examined closely. This is why false allegations are not a victimless act. They consume police resources, they traumatize families, they ruin reputations, and they make it harder for real victims to be believed. We're not here to take sides. We're here to show you exactly what happened in that room and let the evidence speak for itself.
I threw a glass at him.
You threw a glass at
Yeah.
him? Like a glass?
Yeah, wine glass.
When?
When he did that.
When did what?
When he shoved the thing up my butt.
Where was the wine glass?
I swept it all up. There was glass this morning too.
Yeah, but where was the wine glass that
at the
you
door?
Grabbed?
At the door. Because he and Adam
Did
were
you hit
drinking
him with
homemade wine. No.
Like, what did you do with it?
I threw it at him and I missed him, and it smashed in the kitchen, like near the garbage.
Oh, okay. And your daughter didn't wake up?
No.
You're lucky for you.
I know.
Well,
it's like he just ran something up there, so I threw something at him.
So you're mad.
Yeah, I was pissed.
So you do react.
I did retaliate, of course.
Do
I'm
react.
not like...
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not a little girl.
Exactly.
And you can stand up for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay?
I had enough.
Right.
That was it.
You missed. Did you try and find something else?
No. Then I ran into the living room.
So then you went
because he came at me. He was mad. Well, yeah, he was mad that I threw a wine glass at him.
Yeah.
But he deserved it as far as at that point.
Okay.
It was the closest thing. I knew I'd have to clean it up.
Yeah,
you know?
big deal.
Whatever, it's a wine glass.
But he comes at you.
And then I ran into the living room because I didn't want to go towards where the baby was.
Right.
You know?
You go into the living room. What do you do in the living room?
I sat on the couch.
Why do you sit on the couch?
Because there's nowhere else to go.
But why would you sit?
Well, all her toys were all on the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
There was she had gone. She's like a hurricane.
Yeah.
And she's got xylophones and all these things that you can't just run over. And where am I going to go?
You didn't want to pick up an object?
No.
To protect yourself?
No.
No. So you sit down there. He's mad.
He'd never actually hit. When he hit me the first time he ever hit me, it was almost. It was a drunken, stupid, almost accidental thing. He did come at me, but he was in a blind drunk thing.
Yeah.
And he pushed me, and I hit a door frame. So there was that window of to his benefit that I could actually justify that he didn't particularly mean to do that to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He did now. Now I can. Yeah. In hindsight.
That's before. This is now.
But now I didn't think that he would actually hit me at this point after he already saw after all this crap. I didn't think he'd continue and actually raise a hand to me. I really didn't.
And you're saying that no communication is going on.
Oh yeah, I was calling him a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And an asshole. And what the hell are you doing shoving a friggin' powder thing up my ass? What the hell is going on?
What does he say?
I don't know. I was just screaming at him.
You don't
Not screaming, okay? Screaming to me, it's like a stage whisper scream because I don't want to wake up the baby and the neighbors. I don't want to, you know.
Yeah. Well, and at the beginning you mentioned, you know, he was acting strange and you thought he was on something other than, you know, just alcohol.
Yeah.
Because you know the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we've covered pretty much everything off.
Okay.
I don't know if you feel better, but I feel better knowing that we've kind of worked through each step and...
Well, I'm glad that we did it like that because, like, last night everything seemed a lot more extreme to me. Like, I knew that by calling you guys, that was it. Like, my life is never going to be the same, but it can probably be better. You know what I mean? Like, it has been a slippery slope down, and I've lowered my standards in the last little while because I did want to give him a chance to work things out. But if he gets violent towards me, it can't happen.
Yeah. And there's not just you to worry about anymore.
Well, exactly. That too. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me 1 sec, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I don't forget about Michaela at all. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm not going to leave and come back anymore because I think I've covered everything off.
Okay.
So, did you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I just have something to read on the form here. You know that what you've told us has been under oath. Is there anything that you want to change?
I'm thinking the wine glass that I threw at him. It might have been before we went up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because like wasn't until like I threw a wine. No. I'm just. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm just. Like I cleaned the wine glass up after I called the police. Like I didn't clean it up right away. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I did throw a wine glass at him.
Okay. I just have to write that down.
Okay. I threw a wine glass at him, but I don't know like exactly
the sequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a big?
No.
Thing? No. Okay.
Is there anything else that we should know to understand your statement fully?
No.
I think we've pretty much covered it off, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to conclude the interview. It's about almost 10 to 2.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we've been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Told you we're going to get up close and personal.
Yeah.
Oops. 15:50. So we can, this is the end of the interview.
Okay.
The interview is over. It lasted just over 2 hours, and in those 2 hours, Christina Olsen arrived with a story of brutal assault, sexual violation, and a partner making phone calls to dispose of her dead body, and left having walked back the dead body claim entirely, admitted she was partially faking at the bottom of the stairs, admitted she threw a wine glass at him, admitted the choking was her own sweater twisting around her neck, and admitted she doesn't know if the sexual assault was deliberate. None of this means nothing happened that night. Something did happen. The question is what and how much. What it does mean is that what she told police initially was not the truth. Not all of it. And when you make allegations this severe, allegations that put a man in handcuffs, you owe the truth to the system, to the man you're accusing, and to your own child who is going to have to live with the fallout. False allegations don't just hurt the accused. They hurt every real victim who comes forward after. They consume the courts, the police, and the community. This is a story about what happens when pain, anger, and fear become weapons. And it's a story everyone deserves to see.